Alrighty, back looking at numbers, lines, rectangles, charts, graphs, things that go up and down over time, price, and also action here on the EngineeringRobo channel. Bitcoin on the screen, the fear and greed index here suggesting a time to be potentially buying Bitcoin with a longer term uptrend in mind, though in the short term here, at the moment, we do see some confirmations that need to be met for us to really solidify a potential bottom. Perhaps one flash crash to wreck everyone accumulating currently, but right now, based on the fear zone here, buying Bitcoin under like 40,000 US dollars seems to be a potential bullish buying opportunity. For the third time, we've seen the fear zone ever since all-time highs back in 2017, printing that sort of like $19,700 all-time high that we've currently returned to. Following that all-time high FOMO zone interaction, and 84% correction occurred, bringing Bitcoin at the time from that 19,000 something all the way down to near $3,000 there before finding a bottom, entering the fear zone relative to this area here. November of 2018, it entered the fear zone, experienced a 45% move to the downside, and then spent over 170 days relatively sideways during this phase of accumulation before trading upward above the fear zone, returning to it, printing again that 45% correction relative to entering the fear zone here, 45% in downside, though we only traded within it for just over a month. Funnily enough, this second fear zone interaction, March of 2020, was, do believe, the cough crash of the economy, and then it's been just kind of like skyrocketing ever since there. But all-time highs broken toward the end of 2020, got into like the Elon Musk phase. He doubled it from 30, got into 60. We set these crazy all-time highs in the high $60,000 range, getting to like $69,000 per Bitcoin, though nowhere near the FOMO zone. Now the FOMO zone's still up there near pretty much $200,000 per Bitcoin, a far more reasonable area where you can more comfortably and confidently take profit, capitalize on your upside, accumulating here during times of extreme fear. FOMO zone isn't until like 200K, so we got like a 10x from current prices, 20K to 200 roughly, math. But at the moment, after setting that $69,000 all-time high, an 84% correction, if we were to consider that relative to the previous just all-time high that occurred in 2017, an 84% correction would bring the Bitcoin all the way down to $10,700 roughly. So like a $10,000 Bitcoin would present itself if an 84% correction were to come to fruition, though the 45% in downside that occurred twice previously, the 45% correction has pretty much already occurred. So if that were to hold and stay in play, then we've technically already bottomed perfectly with the 2017 all-time high. While an 84% correction is something to keep in mind, a $10,000 Bitcoin presenting itself would not be impossible. It would be the ultimate buying opportunity, in my opinion, a very, very bullish price to be accumulating Bitcoin with a long-term uptrend in mind. And while I don't think the 84% correction is as likely, is because we haven't seen that FOMO zone, and we've printed multiple all-time highs in this brand new range over like a year here, a very different time for Bitcoin to be at an all-time high rather than 2017, where they came up and then came right back down. So far, a few more weeks left before we've considered the 170 plus days in sideways needed to compare this to the first fear zone interaction back here. Accumulating in the long term, in my opinion, I find it very difficult to be bearish on Bitcoin. When Bitcoin went from 20K to 3K, that was quite the particular time in the economy. But I mean, buying a $3,000 Bitcoin, I'm sure many would heavily prefer to be, seeing as we're still near 20K. Imagine going from 69, nice, and then going to like 20K, and then being like, oh no, we're done, it's going to zero. Bitcoin was like not even $1 at one point, like 6 cents, I'm pretty sure. It's the BLX chart. I can tell you how much it was actually. So Bitcoin at one point was 1 cent, October of 2010. A 1 cent Bitcoin, no big deal. 20K, watch out. We're done. We're crashing. It's all over now. Oh no. Okay, Bitcoin currently back at support. $18,860 per Bitcoin, still a horizontal level to consider as potential support here for us at the moment. Bullish interactions with it all throughout June into July of this year. We saw an excessive move to the upside after interacting with it throughout the beginning of September here. Bullish Robos coming into play through that move to the upside. So, you were considering, jumping into Bitcoin based on that confirmation, as price action could have very much continued upward here, though during times of extreme volatility, high manipulation is present in the market. So watch out for continued interaction with the horizontal level here locally, though $17,176 visualized. It's a swing high printed back near 2017 as well. Psychological level to consider, though a technical level more significant, perhaps $16,188 per Bitcoin. If this daily candle were to close, confirming this sell suggestion, then you can, you're going to have to perhaps consider reducing your Bitcoin investments accordingly. Your trades, rather, always be accumulating Bitcoin, in my opinion, though any sort of perhaps like short-term trades here that you anticipated, making its way through the 20s, perhaps getting to 30K. If so, suggestions were to return here, watch out for the low teens, perhaps that $10,000 level. So our mystical magical box, if you saw it in our last stream, we had this 10-cent sort of like level here visualized as a support we were hoping to see bullish interaction with, which we so far have been. Prices returning back to resistance overhead, though. Watch out for 11 cents here, 0.1185 overhead, giving us a hard time yet again. Prices back above the buy for, though. One of our chosen 3 Robos in a bullish state, though we need a second bullish confirmation to come into play for us to invest accordingly. If resistance continues to plague us here, right now, EngineeringRobo is in a bearish state, technically. If resistance continues to give us a hard time and we plow to and through 10 cents, watch out for 8 cents down below, waiting for us as potential support. These are the Robos I'm going to consider for XRP. Watch out for resistance overhead waiting for us. We do need daily candles opening and closing above it to confirm it as potential support. We do have our second bullish Robo attempting to confirm with today's daily candle. Though once confirmed, I believe that would be, in my opinion, a more bullish confirmation for me to invest my 50% EngineeringRobo based investment ratio. I'll wait to find support above 46 cents. If you failed to get in back in July here, technically, we've been updating XRP on the channel very often. And back then, since this is just a dotted horizontal level, after this bullish interaction with it in June, I was suggesting waiting to return to this level before jumping in accordingly. And technically, you've been able to get in ever since July of this year here at 30 cents down below. But right now, we are making our way toward that overhead resistance. We can hopefully get above it and make some more confirmations. That local dashed down trend line here, where you can use at your own discretion to invest your 30% down trend line based investment ratio. I'm going to wait for this solid down trend line overhead there. Whenever we get to it, we may get to it perhaps sooner than anticipated, but at the moment it will be significant resistance waiting for us once we do get there. But thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of the stream. We hope to be back before you know it. You can find EngineeringRobo with the and the links down below. Check it out for free. At the moment, you're all coming here from our group chat, so you already know. You're already EngineeringRobo members. Shout out to y'all. Thank you so much for being a part of the stream. Hopefully it was valuable. Hopefully you got something out of it. Hopefully my explanations weren't ridiculous, and we can come back to it. But this has been me looking at cryptocurrency. Look at this, look at this transition. And good day, good night, good evening.